good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the team at Buxton Real Estate, welcome to the auction of 66 Rutland Road in Central Box Hill. For those of you who don't know me, Calvin Chan's my name, also the listing agent, alongside Chen, who has been working tirelessly throughout the entire campaign. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the vendors for entrusting us with this prime piece of real estate behind us. The neighbours in the crowd, thank you for coming, for making Rutland Road in this area of Box Hill one of the best places to live in. To the bidders in the crowd, thank you for coming. We also got bidders registered online. Wish you all the best in the auction procedure here today. And to the one lucky buyer, we congratulate you in advance on your astute purchase. This auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available before the commencement of the auction. As auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders upon request and the right to place bids on behalf of the sellers, otherwise known as vendor bids. Even when I decide to place those bids, I'll simply say vendor bid. This auction prohibits false bids, prohibits malicious disruptions by bidders, attempting to prevent us from bidding, provides fines for misconduct, and last but not least, when this paperwork hits my hand and this property is deemed sold, I'll absolutely take no late bids and offers beyond that point. If you're successful here today, all that will require from you is a little 10% deposit of the full purchase price. And a settlement time, you pick the time frame that suits you best, but the sellers have been quite flexible here today, anywhere within the vicinity of 33 to 60 days, unless prior arrangements have been made with you beforehand. In an instance where you're bidding against vendor bids, you have two options: to not bid against the highest vendor bid, which means that you'll decrease your chances of purchasing the property here today, as we'll get to negotiate with multiple parties afterwards. On the positive flip side, however, is that if you do bid against the highest vendor bid, you earn yourself the exclusive right to negotiate with the sellers, and statistically speaking, you'll increase your chances of being successful here today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, behind us, you've all been through the property before, 66 Rutland Road in Central Box Hill, a beautiful Victorian terrace, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 residents really. So you've got the front room where you've got 2 bedrooms, and you've got a bathroom in the back, living areas towards the back of the home as well, north facing, so you get plenty of sunlight as well. High ceilings at the front part of the house, so you built from a different era, ladies and gentlemen. And in the second part of the house, you've got an ensuite living room and a storeroom in the back. Laneway access through the back as well, and a great location, ladies and gentlemen, which is why you're all here today. Walking distance to Box Hill Central, to the train stations, bus stops just around the corner. You also got all the best that Box Hill has to offer: Box Hill High, Laverton Primary School, St. Francis Xavier Primary School in terms of education, all the best restaurants in Box Hill, and all the best Chinese restaurants just down the road. So enough from me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you're not here to hear me talk. You're here to buy, and we're here to help you, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll kick it over to you now. 820. Welcome to the bidding here, sir. At $820,000 now, with a good knockout offer of $820,000 now. At $820,000 here on my right-hand side, and part of this participation in the crowd here. What do you say now? At $820,000 now. At $820,000, any bids here on my left-hand side? Let's get down to business now, ladies and gentlemen. Bids here right in front. Gentleman knows the value here. 66 Rutland Road in Central Box Hill with $820,000 offer. At $820,000 now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? At $820,000 now in the back, can I see a bid from you at $820,000? Gentleman knows the value. I'm sure some of you know as well. Walking distance to everything that you need. Train station just down the road, ladies and gentlemen. You live in this location, you'll never need to drive a car again. At $820,000 now, ladies and gentlemen, you have to call 3 times. So I'm sure you're sure now at $820,000 now. At $820,000 now. First call now at $820,000. Second opportunity now at $820,000. For the third and final call now at $820,000. All done. All finished and solid. Anything in the back here, Stephen? $820,000. Need to know now. Need to see an increment from the crowd at $820,000. Can't purchase prime real estate like this with your hands in your pocket at $820,000 now. At $820,000 now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? At $820,000. At $820,000. What do you say, Stephen? Here's your chance to bid and buy at $820,000. Great value. At $820,000 now. At $820,000 now, ladies and gentlemen. What do you say, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break and seek further instructions from our vendors. Thank you.
我上面的问题。
那您今天就只是看看。
所有人在今天都有看到我。
欢迎你来捧场，谢谢你来捧场。
有点了解。
对，谢谢。
Maybe like 15 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've sought further instructions from our vendors here. They're looking to sell, and we're very, very close. We're at $820,000 here. Bids here right in front here to the gentleman on my right-hand side. Any further interest from the crowd here, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? No further interest. We'll have to pass the property into the highest bidder here. They'll have the exclusive rights to negotiate. And most likely, you're going to see a sold sticker on the end of the day here now, ladies and gentlemen. We're at $820,000 now on the right-hand side. Bids here right in front now. Under bidders, here's your chance to bid and buy at $820,000 now. Can I see another bid? Stephen, what do you say in the back as well? At $820. What do you say, Benton? Maybe a bid from you as well. At $820,000 now.
$830.
$830. Welcome to the bidding here now. Sorry.
$835.
$835. Thank you, sir. $835 back in front now at $835,000 now. At $835,000 now back in front, gentlemen in front. Back against you, Stephen. What do you say? Can I see it? $840 or more? At $835. We're on the market and selling. As I told you before, we were very, very close, and we got there in the end. We're at $835,000 now. Gentlemen's in front here with the highest bid. No further increments from the crowd. We will be selling here today. They'll be walking away with the keys. The rest of you will be walking away with the brochures and back onto the marketplace again. At $835,000 now, gentlemen's in front. At $835 now, Stephen, can I see a bid here? 840, 45, thank you, sir. $845 back in front with another $5,000 increment. At $845,000 now, Stephen, what do you say? At $845 now. At $845,000 back in front. At $845. Can I see at $850 to see you back in front, ma'am? At $845,000 now. At $845,000 now. What do you say? Any bids here from my left-hand side? At $845,000. At $845,000. As I mentioned before, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the market and selling. No late bids, no late offers. Once the property has been knocked down, they'll be walking away with the keys. Sold sticker will be slapped onto the board here today. Signed, unconditional contracts, ladies and gentlemen. No regrets. At $845,000 now. At $850, thank you, sir. New interest here at $850,000 on the right-hand side. 55, thank you, sir. $855 now. $855,000. at $855,000 now. Mike's gone at $855, doesn't matter. At $855,000 now. At $855,000 now, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say? Back in front here, gentlemen with the opening offer at $855,000 now. Back against you, sir. And the bidders here, Brainy, Stephen, what do you say now? At $855,000. At $855,000 now. Need to know now, ladies and gentlemen, late stages of the auction at $855,000. Can I see at $860 to get you back in front? At $855 triple O now. What do you say now, folks? $855. Do I have your permission to sell? At $855,000. First score now at $855. Second opportunity now at $855,000 for the third and final call now at $855,000. All done, all finishing silent. In or you out now, sir? Sorry, 2.5? 857.5. 857.5, 2.5 on top of your 860 back in front, another $2,500 increment at $860 now. At $860,000, lucky my mass is good. At $860,000 now. At $860, gentlemen in front, back against you. What do you say? Haven't heard anything from you in a while now, man. Can I see you back in front at $860? I think your last bid was at $840. At $860,000 now. At $860,000 now, three of you in it here today. Property contested property, which only means one thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is prime real estate, and if you ever do decide to sell in the near future, we'll be able to recreate the same situation at a better price, obviously, as price moves up every year. At $860,000 now. At $860,000 now, gentlemen in front. Need to know now, sir, can I see another 2.5? At $860,000 now.
1,000.
1,861. 865 back in front with a $4,000 increment on top of yours. 865 now, sir, what do you say? Can I see at 866 or 870? 866, like 66 Rutland Road, mate. At $865,000 now. 866 now. 70, 70, 67, 867. 867 now, $1,000 increment. Eventually buy you the property at $867,000 now. At $867 now. Every bid counts from here, ladies and gentlemen. 867. Can I see at 868? Lucky number 8, perhaps. 8, 1, 500. 867, 500.
900, Calvin.
900,000. Thank you, sir. At 903. Good bidding here at $903,000 now. At $903,000. Back against you, sir. At 903 now. At $903,000. Gentlemen, previously with a $30,000 increment. At 903 now in the front. At $903,000. Granny, what do you say? Can I see another knockout offer? Maybe a 950 or even $1 million. That would make my day. At $903,000. At $903,000 now. What do you say, sir? I thought we were going up in ones, but we can go up in 37,000. At $903,000 now. At $903,000. What do you say, Stephen? Anything here? At 903, Grainy, in or you out now? You ready to walk away, sir? Are you sure? At 903, done. Another 1,000. Thank you for your participation, sir. Hopefully we'll find you another property, but it won't be 66 Rutland Road, because we're selling today now, ladies and gentlemen, at $903,000. Gentlemen's offer here, right in front at $903,000. Still a chance for you to change your mind before I knock it down. At $903,000 now. First call now, 903. Second opportunity now at $903,000. For the third and final call now at 903. All done, all finished and signed here on behalf of the team at Buxton Real Estate. Jim and I have been the selling agents for this property, and we look forward to talking to you after the auction. We're at $903,000. This property is selling. This property is sold. Congratulations, welcome to the neighbourhood. Commiserations to the other bidders, congratulations to our vendors, and thank you for attending another Buxton auction. Thank you.